you have things that are orders to do. So this is a check on you're making progress. So when your name's called, come up to the table to your right and stand there. I'm going to go over the charges over the file with you.
Justin Bates, Haley Blake, Stephen Carmen, Charles Fricky, Buford Jones, Harry Rude.
Justin Bates is 24-120. Justin Bates is here. He's got everything done but your community service.
Yes, that should be completed. They should have faxed that to you.
Your Honor, I have to note, Mr. Bates was ordered on December 20th to have community service turned in, and we have not received it.
Okay. Where did you do it?
The Lutheran services in Bell Fountain, Ohio.
Okay.
I've not received it.
All right, well, it's up to you. You've got to, since you didn't do it here, you got to get that report in here and file it.
Okay, what needs to be, like, what do they need to fax?
Your Honor, I'll step out and speak to him.
Yeah, we'll need something on their letterhead showing that you did the hours you were ordered to do. Okay, so are you still living out of the area? You still in Bellefonte?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you another date, but if you get that turned in and confirm it with your probation officer that it is accepted, then you don't have to come back.
Okay.
You'll be finished then. So, let's see. Actually, I'll go into April, since this is still a fairly new case compared to some of the others. I'm going to make it April the 14th, so it gives you 2 months. But if you get it done, you don't have to be here. April the 14th, 9 o'clock.
All right, take it.
You're welcome. Haley Blake. Haley Blake is 23-760. Yes. She's an OVP. Okay, and it says you're compliant, and you've got community service to do, and
Yes.
fines to pay. You have a payment on your fines to pay?
No, when I get I should be getting my taxes soon. As soon as I get those, I'll pay my fine off, and
Okay.
then
What about community service?
I'm still working on that.
Okay.
I
well, we
promise
gotta
I
get
will.
that done.
I
Give me-
will.
Give me a date when you're gonna, I want a date certain when you're gonna be here to do it. You're living in Huntington, right?
Yes, I just now got I'm off 3 days a week now, so
What days of the week are you on?
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Oh, those are great days.
So-
Those are great days for community service.
Probably won't be not like the week after next. That way I can get a sitter.
Okay, so
And what time do I have to 7 a.m.?
7:30.
7:30?
So that's the 25th, that's Tuesday.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, because this next coming Tuesday, we're actually having court on the 18th because the 17th is President's Day and that's a holiday. So we're going to have court on the 18th, so you're going to be here the 25th
Yes.
at 7:30.
I'm gonna get a babysitter. Yes.
Okay, that works. I'm going to put your next hearing for March, let me see, let me make sure I haven't set too many cases on that day. Yeah, we'll make it March 28th.
March 28th. Okay.
March 28th. You get everything done before then, you don't have to come back.
Okay.
You still have some fine to pay, and you got all your community service to do.
Yes.
You only have $70 left, so it's doable.
Right. Yeah. I could probably do it at the end of the month when I get my check before
You're
my
doing good on
taxes.
your counseling, so keep that up, and then you'll be finished.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Stephen Garrison. I'm sorry, Stephen Carmen. I looked at that wrong. Stephen Carmen is 22-2038. He was going to ended reads, he completed there. Still has community service to do, he hasn't done any of that. So he'll get a warrant for not appearing today, since he didn't finish everything. And let me check, he may have a bond up. Well, I don't see it, so, bench warrant will issue for failure to appear. Charles Fricky, 24/12/81. He did his community service, finished all of that, but he hasn't paid all his fines, so there'll be a warrant issued for failure to appear.
Your Honor, he's here.
Oh, he's here. You Charles?
Yes, sir.
All right, sorry, I didn't write that. Okay, so you did your community service, you got to take care of your funds, or you make it out today?
No, I'm gonna pay it off. I just need to go to Irontown and get my check, and I'll come back before the business day's over and pay it off.
Okay. And let's see, I think that, and I did have a report, you were at Lawrence County Recovery, are you still there?
I graduated from there.
Okay, is there anybody here from Lawrence County Recovery?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Fricky has completed.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
He has completed. I can get you a copy of his
Okay.
certificate.
Yeah, give me a completion letter, please. Okay. Yeah, I don't have one. I've got something that he did, another program earlier back in the summer, but I don't have the last one, so. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'll give you another date, and if you finish everything, you pay off your fines by then, you don't have to come back. So March 31st. If you get it done by then, you're good. 9 o'clock, otherwise, if you don't pay it off, you gotta be here March 31st, 9 a.m.
I can theoretically pay it today.
Okay?
Provided.
Finish you up.
Nothing.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Buford Jones, 20/27/67.
Your Honor, he is here also.
Buford Jones, come into court.
Mr. Jones? You're up.
20/27/67, 20/17/95. Okay, I'm showing you still owe a couple days community service and fines.
Yes, sir.
Are you making a payment today?
Yep, $50.
50?
Yep.
Okay, and when are we gonna, you did sign January the 11th, so.
Yeah, I'm doing them for felony court down there too. And
Okay.
I'm gonna do it next Saturday. I'm gonna come in and try to get them done.
All right, so see the clerk today to make the payment, your $20 payment.
Yes, sir.
We'll keep working with you. It's gonna be about a month before you come back. These are older cases, so I'm gonna make it March 17th. That's a Monday. March 17th, 9 o'clock.
All righty, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Harry Rude, 21/392, and I have a report from ODP about him.
Yes, he successfully completed our inpatient program just on the 8th, and then he continued to the solution recovery. I had informed them that he had court today, but he's not here, so I'll check in with them and
Okay.
try to see what's going on.
He's got 7 days to get here before warrant will issue.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Donald Sowers III, Cameron Spitzer, Stephen Vickers, Holly R. Wingate, Aiden Young.
Donald Sowers, 23,725.
Your Honor, if I may, I have a note that Mr. Sowers was ordered on December 27th to have some community service done for the next hearing he was not been in.
Okay, what say you, Mr. Sowers?
I'm working 6 days a week, and it's swing shift, so I get a day off, and I go from nights to days. They're supposed to cut me back in the next couple of days, so I can probably come in. I'm gonna pay the rest of the fine off today, too.
Yeah, you only owe like $2.
$2.
Okay. You were at OVP, or you
No, I completed.
finished?
Yeah, he
it?
completed our inpatient program. I can
Okay.
get you a completion letter if you need one.
He was scheduled to go to the outpatient in Ashland, it looks like.
I'll go once a month.
Okay, well, I want you to do a screen. Do a screen, and then if you're clean, then we'll just work with you and set up another day. So
Okay.
go do a screen, urine screen. Good. Mr. Cooper will help you with that. Cameron Spitzer, 23,1161. Fines are paid, gotta get community service done. And let's see, what about, have you done the 3-day school?
No, but I just registered and paid for it. It's March the 27th through the 30th
Okay.
in Chillicothe.
What about your community service?
I can start, I got cut back to 5 days a week, so I can do it on Saturdays.
Okay. You gonna be here this Saturday?
Yeah, I can be here tomorrow.
Okay, which is tomorrow, the 15th. Okay.
If you just give me till April, I can have all it done by then.
Yeah. And when did you say, the March 5th?
27th through the 30th.
Okay. I'll set you for, what's your days off now?
Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, so it's gonna have to be a Monday or a Friday, doesn't matter which one.
Yeah, Friday's fine.
Okay, but if you get it all done, you don't even have to come back.
Right.
So April the 11th, get it finished, you don't have to be here. 9 o'clock, just make sure you finish that 3-day program, and anything else you got left, get it done, you don't have to come.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Stephen Vickers, 2414. You did do some community service since the last hearing, you still got 3 days left, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do something, not this Tuesday, the next, the
Okay.
25th maybe.
I'll give you more time than some of the others because this is a newer case. So we're going to go into April.
Can you do it on Monday?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
April the 7th. You got plenty of time. Get it done. You don't have to be here.
I'll do it, I'll do it. 7th, you said?
Yes, sir. April 7th, 9 o'clock. You get it finished, you don't have to be here.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome. Holly Wingate, 24,704.
Your Honor, if I may, Ms. Wingate turned in 6 hours of community service this morning.
Very good. She's at OVP.
I completed OVP. I'm an outpatient.
Yeah, she's with our outpatient office in Huntington now.
Okay. And you're doing MAT, looks like.
Yes. The only reason my community service isn't done, I know it's no excuse, but I've been battling my mental health. I'm real bad schizophrenic, and they've been messing with my medicine.
Okay. We'll give you more time to get it done.
Okay.
So is OVP helping you with that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where I see the doctor at.
All right, good. Glad that's helping. Okay, we'll give you some more time to get things squared
Also, Your Honor,
away.
can I set up a payment arrangement? I just got a job.
Absolutely.
How do I do that?
Just
when
come in and bring some payments and we'll take them. We don't,
Okay.
very few people come in and pay off their fines in one big payment. I mean, we'll take whatever they pay, but here's my philosophy. If you make an effort to get things done, then I'm gonna work with you to help you, but I could
Yes, sir.
fill up 3 jails with the people that don't even try to make an effort.
Yes, sir.
So just show me you're trying to get it done, and I'll give you more time to get it done.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
And you can here's the other thing, and for your benefit and everybody else that's listening, if you can't pay, you can come in and work extra community service, and that goes on your fine. You get $50 for every day you do
Okay,
toward your fine.
okay, thank you.
So, I'm gonna set you in April, because there's a fairly new case. Does it matter to you if it's Mondays or
It
Fridays?
doesn't matter.
April 7th, which is a Monday. April 7th, 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Aiden Young, 24-14-46.
Your Honor, if I may, I have note that Mr. Young was ordered on December 30th to be here on January 4th. Was not here and has not been.
Okay, what did you say, Mr. Young?
I just had to be back at school because I didn't realize I had a mandatory meeting for football. But I have my weekends free now.
Where are you going to school?
Lindsey Wilson in Columbia, Kentucky.
Okay. Okay, well, give me a date when you're gonna be here. You've paid your fines.
I do plan on being here tomorrow morning, and I will be here tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And then every other weekend from this weekend. So like
you're
next
back-
weekend.
Are you back here now, or?
No, sir. I just don't have anything on the weekends, but I just don't have the
Come
money.
on.
Yes, sir. I just don't have the money to come every weekend.
Okay. Okay, you still gotta do the DIP school. Have you signed up for that? The driver intervention program?
I will be getting signed up, yes, sir.
Okay. You can go to any program approved by the state. You don't have to go to the one here. Where's your school?
Columbia, Kentucky.
Okay, what's that close to? What's the?
It's 4 hours from Ohio. It's closest to like Lexington. It's like 1 hour and 30 from
Okay,
Lexington.
well, you're a lot closer to Cincinnati than you are to here, right?
It's about the same, actually.
Well, it's only half hour, a little over half hour if you go straight up from Lexington into Cincinnati. My point was gonna be, there's these driver intervention programs all over the state of Ohio.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure Cincinnati has a bunch of them. You know, we have one in Lawrence County. If you wanna go to one in Cincinnati, you're welcome to. You just have to get the paperwork filed with the court that you've completed. It has to be a program that's approved by the state of Ohio. So,
Yes, sir.
if you Google that, driver intervention program, Ohio, there's gonna be a bunch of them come up, so. And
Yes,
they're
sir.
not all the same cost, so that's up to you. Not one down that's, to your advantage. But you gotta get it done, or I gotta put you in jail. That's what the legislature said. You either gotta do that program, or you gotta go to jail. So
Yes, sir.
You don't wanna go to jail.
No, sir.
Okay, get this taken care of, get your community service in, and, okay, let's try, when's your spring break? You know?
I do not.
Okay.
I honestly, I don't even know if I'll have like an actual spring break because of spring ball.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna set it, I think April the 18th is Good Friday, I believe. You may be out then, so let's set it then. April the 18th is your next hearing at 9 o'clock. And if you're still at school and can't get away, and you've made some efforts toward getting this taken care of, you can appear, you can get on the, I know you've got a laptop and probably a smartphone.
Yes, sir.
You can appear by teleconference.
How do I do that?
You just need the link to
Okay.
sign in on, and then call. So you can call into the clerk's office, the probation, if they can give you the link.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
April 18th.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay. Finishes reviews.
Then we can recall Donald Sowers, Your Honor.
Okay, Donald Sowers. Donald Sowers, come back in the court. Okay, Mr. Sowers, do you have a prescription for some sort of amphetamine type of?
Yes,
What is
Adderall, Adderall.
that? Okay.
I was trying to get them to send a copy over from OVP in Ashland. They can't, I have to
Okay,
get
they
them.
did verify it. I've got a note saying they verified it. You are taking buprenorphine, which is
Sublingual
appropriate,
shot.
so.
Yeah.
All right, so good, that's good. I'll give you some time to get things squared away
Okay.
on your community service. Let's go into the end of March. Does it matter if it's Mondays or Fridays?
Fridays would be preferable.
Okay.
Here, I'll tell you, because,
Are you working?
yes,
You got your schedule with you?
yeah. I'm off the 28th.
March 28th will be your next hearing.
Okay.
That'll be at 9 o'clock. Once you get this done, you can quit coming to these hearings.
Okay. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay, that finished the reviews. So next are going to be new cases. Those are called the arraignment hearings. So if there's anybody out in the lobby that has a new case or missed a hearing where they've got a warrant, they need to come in. Okay, everybody's in. So let me explain the rights of defendants, because all of you need to understand this, and you've heard it a lot. If you've watched any cop shows or crime shows on TV, it comes from a very famous case in the early 60s, Miranda versus Arizona. Your Miranda rights. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. But if you do make statements, what you say is all on the record here. It's being recorded. Everything we say in here is being recorded. So if you get up and say, yes, I did X, Y, and Z, you can't really deny that after you've admitted it. Admissions in the law are a big thing. Once you admit something out of your own mouth, you're stuck with it. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have an attorney appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail. You have a right to make the state prove any charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a high standard. So, when you're asked for a plea, if you don't know what to do, if you want to talk to a lawyer, if you want a trial on your case, enter a not guilty plea. Not guilty is always the safest plea. I do have people say, I just want to get it over with, and enter a guilty plea. That's not a good reason to enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea. No contest almost always results in a guilty finding anyway, so there's not a big difference between those two. So, if you don't know what to do, not guilty, you can always change your plea later after you talk to a lawyer or do a little more research on your case. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Terry J. Aldridge, case number CRV 24-718, A and B.
Okay, and Mr. Aldridge is here today. This had been set for a pre-trial on January 6th, and Mr. Stratton is the lawyer, I believe. Mr. Stratton here today?
He's on the docket, but I haven't seen him.
Okay, let's check and see if he's here. He is scheduled to be here. He is here. Yes. All right, Mr. Stratton, this is your client, Terry Aldridge. He missed, according to the record, he missed a hearing back in January, so I'm going to let you talk to him.
Mr. Hearing.
And we'll recall it. I know you don't have your file.
Yeah.
So you're going to take the court's file, talk with him, and then when you're ready, let the bailiff know we'll recall it. Apparently, he's admitted Reed's now. I don't think he was before.
State of Ohio versus James H. Nance Jr., case number CRV 2520.
Sir, are you James H. Nance Jr.?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Nance, it's alleged in case number 2520 that on November 22nd of 2024, so this is from last fall, in Fayette Township, you knowingly caused, Cheyenne Marie Manshine to believe you would cause her physical harm to either her person or property. The charge that's been filed against you is menacing. That's a 4th degree misdemeanor. The maximum penalty for that's 30 days in jail and a $250 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the rights I explained defendants have?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions before you enter a plea?
No, Your Honor.
What plea do you wish to enter?
Not guilty.
Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you working?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any income at all?
My wife works. I pretty much take care of the kids.
Okay. Well, I had supposed to look at the household income. What kind of job does your wife do?
She works at Dollar Tree.
Okay, she paid by the hour then?
Yes.
You know what her hourly rate is?
15 something.
Okay, you're eligible for court-appointed counsel then. Let me see this here. I'll appoint Mr. Smith, Roger Smith. It's going to be appointed. He is here today. So we'll have him come in the courtroom. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. Mr. Smith, this is James Nance Jr. The charge is fourth-degree misdemeanor menacing.
Yes, sir.
I'm entering a not guilty plea for him. And if there's not a time waiver, we'll have to come back pretty quick because there's not a lot of time on these cases to get them done.
Since you're not, John, we'll waive time so I can talk. Judge, we'll waive time. He's not incarcerated, so I have no issue waiving time.
All right, well, let's look and see what the documents are like. 24th and 28th of February is okay. The 7th of March, I'm supposed to keep alive. So really anything 24th or after is okay.
Judge, I'm here on the, you said the 21st was okay there?
21st is bad.
Okay, how about the
So
20th?
24th or after.
Okay, 24th I can do.
Okay, we'll set it for February 24th. Will be the next hearing. It'll be a pretrial then at 10 o'clock. Is there any kind of protection order requested on this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any problem for you to stay away from Cheyenne Manshine?
Yes.
Do you all live together or?
No, she lives with my cousin.
Okay, so you can stay away from her.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to sign what's called a protection order, which just means you're going to be ordered now to stay away from her, so there's no allegations anything else happens.
Okay.
So don't go around her, don't contact her, don't post anything about her.
Okay.
Then be back here on the 24th. He can sign a signature bond with $1,000.
I'll come let you once.
Yeah.
But don't wait until she gets you a copy of it signed.
Right here at the bottom.
Yes, actually, two strokes. Yes. And just above this one, sure. I'll meet you in the office before the 24th. Yeah, I got it.
State of Ohio versus Jason Taylor II, case number CRB 2524, A, B, and C.
Sir, are you Jason Taylor II?
Yes, I am.
Have you received a copy of the charge?
I have.
It looks like there's 3 charges, actually. It's case numbers 25, 24, A, B, and C. Yes, do you have a report? Thank you. So you don't have to agree with these charges, you need to understand them, so I'm going to go over them with you to make sure you do understand what's alleged. The A case is an assault charge. It alleges that on December 28th of 2024, in Fayette Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Charles Stewart. Assault is a first-degree misdemeanor and carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. The B case alleges the same date and place that you caused or tried to cause physical harm to the property of Charles Stewart. So that's a criminal damaging charge. It's a second-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 90 days in jail, $750 fine. The C case is another count of criminal damaging. Same time, looks like in place, but a different person. And that person is Adam Bryant, that it's alleged that you either did damage his property or tried to damage his property. and that's also a second-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 90 days in jail, $750 fine. Do you understand these charges?
I understand.
Do you understand the rights I explained defendants have?
Mm-hmm.
How do you wish to plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
I'll get one appointed.
You're gonna hire your own?
No, like you could.
You want me to
Yeah,
consider
yeah.
you for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay. I have to ask about your income. Do you have any income right now?
Not right now, I'm in between jobs.
Okay, and I take it that you're at Lawrence County Recovery?
I am.
Okay, so, but it's outpatient, but you're not working at all now?
No, just,
I'll appoint Mr. Steiner. Entering a not guilty plea for you. Mr. Steiner is here, so we're getting him in the courtroom, and then you'll get to talk with him. Mr. Steiner, this is Jason Taylor II. He's got 3 misdemeanor charges, assault, and 2 criminal damaging charges.
Yes.
Entering a not guilty plea for him. Protection order requested.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm gonna, any problem for you to stay away from?
I haven't seen him since that day.
Okay, so just so that there's no allegations that anything else happens, I'm warning you stay away from Charles Stewart and what was the other guy's name, Brian?
Sign your name.
Yeah, Adam Brian. He can sign an OR bond of $1,000. And I'm setting hearings, Mr. Steyer, for February 24th or after.
What is that after that?
Go ahead, I'll get it picked today, yeah. Is Monday or Friday better for you, does it matter?
Any day, I'm free now.
Let's go for the 28th if we could, Your Honor.
Okay. February 28th will be the next hearing. It'll be a pretrial at 10 a.m. Anything else?
Nothing for the defense.
All right. February 28th, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, if you could wait around in the lobby, I'll be out there about 2 or 3 minutes, probably. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Wesley Earls, case number CRB 2523.
All right, Wesley Earls, and he has, who's his lawyer on that? He's got some old, never mind, they're two brothers. There was a case there, well, maybe it's a different, there's 2 brothers.
Yeah.
All right, Wesley, you're Wesley Earls, I know you.
No, not Wesley.
You are Wesley?
No, not William.
You're William?
Yeah.
Okay, well, wrong one. That's, Wesley's your brother, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, we do have a file for you. We're calling for your brother, so let's do yours. He's got a lawyer, I believe.
Mr. Morford, I don't think he's here yet.
Not here yet.
Okay, your lawyer's not here yet, so we'll call you back when he gets here, Mr. Morford.
Okay.
We'll call you.
Well, what they call it.
Okay. Does Wesley have a lawyer?
He hasn't appeared yet. You know where he is? He needs to come into court. He's being arraigned today on a new charge.
Okay, I don't want him to get arrested or warrant or anything like that. What can I do to help him out, represent him or something?
You can't represent him, but why don't you, can you text him and tell him he needs to come to court today?
I don't have a phone on me, but I can reach out to him.
Well, when Mr. Morford gets here, he'll have a phone.
Okay. Okay, can you tell me what the charge is?
Yeah, I can. Aggravated menacing.
Okay. Okay.
It allegedly happened December 29th.
Okay, I'm here on aggravated menacing.
What a coincidence.
Okay, okay, I didn't.
We'll recall you when your lawyer gets here.
Okay, okay. All right, thanks.
So let Wesley know he needs to come to court if he doesn't want to get arrested.
Okay, I'll get him.
State of Ohio versus Shelley L. Patrick, case number CRB 2521.
Ma'am, are you Shelley Patrick?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Patrick, it's alleged, this is Christmas Day, December 25th, 2024, in Perry Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Wendell Kent Freeman. That's an assault charge. Maximum penalty, 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
You understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you want to plead to this? If you're not sure, remember what I said? Not guilty is the best plea you can enter. It preserves all of your rights.
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, please.
You have a job.
I work at OVP.
Okay. Are you paid by the hour? How much per hour?
$15.
How many hours a week?
40.
You have dependents? You got anybody you're supporting?
No.
You don't have any kids or anything? Okay. I have to determine your gross annual income, so let me do a little figuring here. So you're making about $31,000 a year, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and appoint a lawyer for you. Mr. Stratton? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is Shelley Patrick. Let me ask you this. The alleged victim in this case is Wendell Kent Freeman, and he's been in this court before. Did you represent him, or are you representing him now?
No.
Okay, so there's no conflict of interest.
No.
So I'm going to appoint you to represent Ms. Patrick. The alleged charge is assault. I'm entering a not guilty plea for her. And I'm setting cases for pre-trial the 24th of February or after. So look at your schedule and see what works for you.
Should be any time after that, Your Honor.
Is the 24th okay?
The 24th is now okay, as of yesterday.
Okay. All right, so let's set it for then. It's actually better than the 28th, so we'll set it for February 24th for a pre-trial at 10 o'clock. Is there a protection order requested?
I would assume I've not heard from him, but we'll go ahead and do one.
I don't
He
think,
has the same place. Okay.
you don't have any problem staying away from him, right?
I live in Ironton. He lives in South Point.
Okay, so I'm ordering you stay away from him. And she can sign a signature bond of $1,000.
Sign there, and then he's getting rid of it.
State of Ohio
Thank
versus
you, Your Honor.
James A. Markham Jr., case number CRB 2522.
James Markham Jr. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Markham, have you received a copy of this charge? Yeah, that looks like it. It's alleged that you violated a protection order, and that happened in Union Township, it's alleged, on January the 7th of 2025. That is a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty, 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Not really.
Well, what the state's alleging is there was some sort of order for you to stay away from, not contact or post things about a person, and that you violated that. That's what the allegation is. Do you understand that? It may not be true, but that's what they're alleging.
Yeah, I still don't understand because I was never served with a protection order.
Okay, I'm going to take that as a not guilty plea.
Yes, sir.
Do you wish to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Do you work?
No, sir, I'm disabled.
Okay, I'm going to appoint Mr. Scott to represent you. He's here. We'll get him in the courtroom. Do you have another attorney on any other case?
I just finished up a case with Mr. DeLauder. I've got a...
Was that a domestic case or a criminal case?
Is a criminal case. Then I've got Mr. Morford for a family law, and
well, if you're not working, I can appoint a lawyer for you. Mr. DeLauder doesn't take court appointments.
no,
So
he was paid for me.
Okay.
I didn't pay him.
All right. We'll get Mr. Scott. Is he coming? There he is. All right, Mr. Scott, this is James Markham. Is there a problem?
Well, maybe, Judge. I have to present his, in that family law matter he was talking about. I have the opposing party. We are
Okay.
tied
Well,
up in
that
juvenile
would-
court.
Maybe not a technical conflict, but I think it has the appearance of a conflict, so let's appoint somebody else.
Thank you.
Okay, back to Mr. Smith. I'm going to appoint Mr. Smith to represent you, Roger Smith. And he is here. Mr. Smith, this is James Markham. The allegation is violation of protection order. Entered a not guilty plea. He can sign a $1,000 OR bond. I'm going to order him not to contact, because the allegation in the affidavit is there was some sort of text or posting about this person, Kristen Hannon. So not only can you not contact them, but you can't post anything about them on social media either. So, okay. Did we set something for you, the 24th?
Yes, 24th we did, of February.
Okay, let me check, but I've said a few things, see what that's done to the docket that day. Okay, we're still good.
We're still good?
24th, February 24th will be the next hearing. It'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. We need to sign a protection order.
There's already a civil protection order in place,
Okay,
Judge.
if you don't want an additional one, that's
No,
fine.
thank you.
I'll call you, get you in before that day, we'll talk about the case. Okay. So you're free to leave today, take it with you. All right.
You need to see that.
State of Ohio versus Garrett A. Childers, case number CRB 24221.
Okay, and you're Garrett Childers?
Yes, sir.
All right, looks like, Mr. Childers, the allegation is you were supposed to be here for a review hearing on January 17th, and for some reason you weren't here?
Yes, sir. I lost my paperwork. That's at the point where my car was in the shop and I had to use my grandfather's.
Okay, but you came in on your own today, you didn't get arrested on a warrant or anything?
No, sir.
Okay.
I was actually just notified of the warrant yesterday whenever I called, because I thought I had a hearing coming up, but I didn't know when.
Well, for your benefit and everybody else that's sitting here listening, the way you can check on your status of your case, and I'm assuming because of your age, you either have a smartphone or a laptop.
Yes, sir.
Probably both.
Yes, sir.
Or an iPad, or anything that hooks up to the internet. You can check your status of your case by, the court has a website, Lawrence County Municipal Court. Google it, go to the website, put your name in. It's going to tell you when you got to come back to court.
Yes, sir.
There's a record right here. The other thing, the old-fashioned way that old geezers like me would do, pick up a phone. Have you heard of a phone?
Yes, sir.
Other than connecting to the internet, you can actually call people on it. You can call the clerks. They love to answer people's questions about when they have to come back to court. If you can't keep track of it, you can call them and they'll look up your case and tell you Mr. Childers, you gotta be here on January 17th at 9 o'clock. They love to do that, because they figure people can't keep track of their stuff. So, there's no excuses really for not knowing when you have to be back in court. That's my point that I'm not making very well.
Yes,
But
sir.
at least you did come in on your own, and you have done a day of community service, and you paid something on the 17th on your fine.
Actually, I can get my fines paid off and do a day of community tomorrow.
Okay, that'll be great. Is it gonna rain tomorrow though, or
Yes, Your Honor.
we still do community service even in rain?
That works.
Okay. So I'll withdraw the warrant. There was already a warrant issued for you. So I'll withdraw that since you came in on your own. And did you say you're gonna pay something today on your fine?
Yes, sir.
How much you gonna pay?
I'm gonna pay, do you know how much I owe on there?
I do. $171.
Just 50?
Okay, I'll put you down for $50. Go see the clerk. Pay that, and then this actually was your second review, so I'm gonna give you a little more time than some of the other people. We'll go into April.
So when Sean has his cases,
April 7th is your next hearing. I'm gonna write that down and put it on the refrigerator with a magnet.
I will.
That's the way we old people keep track of stuff. April the 7th at 9 o'clock is your next hearing, and if you can get it, you should be able to get it all done before then. If you do, you don't have to come back to the hearing. You're welcome to come back. This is open to the public. You can come and watch anytime you want to, but you're not required to come. Unless you haven't finished, then you gotta show up.
Yes, sir.
You understand what you need to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go see the clerk and make your payment. Then you're free to go.
State of Ohio versus Kenny Aldridge, or Kenny Burnside, excuse me. Case number CRA 2511.
Sir, you Kenny Burnside?
Kanai Burnside, yes, sir.
Kanai, okay, sorry, mispronounced your name. Mr. Burnside, the charge against you is theft. It's a felony of the 5th degree. It is alleged this happened in Perry Township on December the 19th of 2024, that you deprived purposely Mila Vaughn of property or services, being some cash of $500 and a cell phone and a PlayStation 5. The total value being more than $1,000, that's what makes it a felony rather than a misdemeanor. The maximum penalty for this is a year in jail, $2,500 fine. Do you understand the charge?
I understand.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
I understand.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
Is she obviously here and we got back together the next day and
Okay,
she with
Mrs.
the
Vaughn, want to come up and talk to the prosecutor about this?
Oh, man.
He's the prosecutor over here. Why don't you talk with him, ma'am?
What's the last time?
Doesn't happen automatically. Stuff's pretty serious when it's filed. So did you get your stuff back?
Yes.
Okay. Well, apparently they've patched up their differences, Your Honor, and I don't guess there's any, since there's nothing related to violence involved, we can go ahead and dismiss the charges because Ms. Vaughn wants us to.
All right, because, yeah, it looks like the initial allegation was you all broke up, he took this stuff with you, you got back together, and you got your stuff back, all right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll dismiss it based on your statements to the prosecutor. Case is dismissed.
And
You're
Your
free to
Honor,
go, sir.
for future reference, I would suggest that you put name tags on the belongings.
Okay.
State of Ohio recalls Terry Aldridge, CRB 24-718 A and B.
Mr. Stratton's case, this was set for a hearing on January 6th. That was the first
Snow
day
day.
of the really bad snow.
Yes, yeah. Your Honor, I believe we just want to resolve this matter.
Okay.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that Mr. Aldridge, he previously had a felony possession charge that came through this court, went to common police court, and he's involved in common police court and in treatment. So we're happy about that.
Yes.
And and he spent some time in jail before he went to the common police court. And our suggestion would be that if he pled guilty, we would consider it time served, and he could be on probation or whatever he's on, intervention in lieu of conviction or whatever it is, in common police court.
Okay. I'm fine with that. That's what you wish to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you agree with that, Mr. Aldridge?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You have a right to make a statement to the court if you want, before I finalize things with a sentencing order, but you don't have to. Do you want to say anything?
Yes, I would.
Okay, go ahead.
Happy Valentine's Day.
All right, thank you. Same to you and everyone else.
Thank you.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Since he's in common pleas, and I'll suspend the fine court costs.
Okay.
Just put it down as a conviction. 10 days in jail, suspended on the condition that he completes his probationary period with the common police court.
Your Honor.
Set it for any kind of review.
Your Honor, I believe he has that credit for that time.
Oh, okay, how much time was it?
He actually has 20 days in it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's make it 20 days, credit for 20 days served.
Yeah.
Well, let's change it. Let's make it 30 days, credit for 20 days served, so there's something hanging over his head. He doesn't do what he's supposed to do with common pleas, which I trust that he will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then he still could have some jail time here.
But no review.
Suspend 10, credit for 20.
Perfect.
He's already served 20, so give him credit for that, suspend the balance, which is 10. No probation here, just comply with common pleas court probation.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You do.
State of Ohio versus Shelby M. Person Jr., case number CRB 2579.
Dismiss the person. Okay, ready? All right, sir, you shall be, is it Persons, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Persons, it's alleged that on February the 12th of this year in Union Township, that you were the owner or keeper of a dog and failed to keep it physically confined on the premises or on a leash. So the charge is failure to confine a dog. That's a minor misdemeanor. There's no jail time on that. The maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Okay? I can't appoint a lawyer for you because you can only get a court-appointed lawyer when you're facing jail, and you're not facing jail. The only thing you can get is a fine. So I'm just going to set it for a trial.
That's fine.
Okay? I'm looking at the calendar to see what the best date is to set. I'm going to set it for March the 10th for a trial, and that'll be at noon on March the 10th. You're welcome to have a lawyer represent you if you want, but I can't appoint one. So you have to hire your own if you want representation. So it'll be set for noon on March the 10th for trial.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Linda L. Carpenter, case number TRC 23-1792, A and B.
All right, and this was set for a review hearing on the 10th of January. January 10th, this is supposed to be set for a review hearing. It's as you didn't appear then.
Yes.
Do you admit or deny that you failed to appear?
No, I failed to appear.
Do you have an explanation for that?
I got this appointment mixed up with oncology appointments.
I'm showing you've done most of your community service. You got 1 day left?
I've got the paper, I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I want you to see Mr. Cooper then. You think you got some more time to turn in?
Yeah.
Okay. Turn that in to him. I'm showing the last day you did was on December 23rd. So if you did anything since then, it's not in the file yet. And then you've got your fines and court costs to pay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay on that today.
Okay. How much are you gonna pay?
I think 20 today, but that may change.
All right, I'll withdraw the warrant that had been issued for you before, give you a new hearing. So we'll do 1 month. March 14th is your next review hearing. 1 month from today, 9 o'clock. Go see the clerk and make your payment and get your community service done.
Okay.
You don't, where if you got credit to turn in, that may take care of it, so talk to Mr. Cooper about that before you do.
Okay.
Thank
you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus David Berry, case number CRA 24305.
Charles over here.
How's it going? You Charles? Yeah. He's your brother? Yeah. Are you guys in a boxing match or something? What's going on?
All right, and you are David Berry.
How you doing?
I'm good. We haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, that's good, ain't it?
You got charged with a felony for domestic violence. It's alleged that on this is an old case, May 2nd of 2024. It's been followed for a while. That you not only caused or tried to cause physical harm to Charles Berry, who is this gentleman, I take it.
Yes.
He's either a member of your family or a member of your household. The maximum penalty for this is 18 months in jail and a $5,000 fine. And it's alleged it's a felony because of a prior conviction. So how's the state want to handle this?
Well, Your Honor, I've been speaking with Charles Berry, who's David Berry's brother, and he said, this happened back in May of last year, so he says they've gotten along since then, and his brother helps him out at home a great deal, and he doesn't want us to pursue this any further. And he seems like a fairly mature and responsible adult man that we feel like if he wants us to do that, then we'll do that today. We'll dismiss it.
Okay. Okay, it says there was no apparent injuries, is what the affidavit says, and that he refused to be transported to have treatment. So based on those facts and the statements, Mr. Berry, Charles Berry, is it correct you want the charges dismissed against your brother?
Yes.
Okay. All right, based on your statements and what I read in the affidavit, I'll allow it to be dismissed.
Thanks, Mr. Cabot.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
State of Ohio versus William Earls on recall, case number CRB 24788. Your Honor, I understand Mr. Morford is here now.
Need Mr. Morford and Mr. Earls in the courtroom.
William Earls.
It's my religious guy. Gives me superpower.
You're bogging off, Mr. Earls.
I can't, it's my religious hat for superpowers.
Okay, back from the back. You had it off before, so.
I know, that was
back to the
terrific.
holding cell.
That was representing somebody else. This was after you guys took a scalpel to my penis for Christianity.
Okay, hold him till the end of the document.
I got it. That's normally what they do. They do whatever they want to do.
State of Ohio versus Wesley Earls on recall. State of Ohio versus Roland W. Hively, case number CRB 24647, set for pre-trial.
This is Mr. Each's case, set for a pre-trial today.
Is Jonathan Joseph here? Not here.
There was a precipice for a subpoena. I don't know if you got served or not.
So, Your Honor, we had no recent contact with him, and we did request a subpoena for him. And under the circumstances, I believe it's probably appropriate if we nollie the charges, and if we doubt that he's going to come forward. If he came forward with a legitimate excuse, we might refile, but probably not.
No objection to a dismissal without prejudice, Your Honor.
Case will be nollied.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Allie Russell, case number CRB 24691. Mr. Roger Smith's case, Your Honor. Allie Russell. Allie Russell.
Roger Smith's case, this was a 90-day continuance. And the case was to be dismissed on payment of costs without an appearance, I made a note. And the costs have been paid, so the state's still going to get this one.
Yes, Your Honor.
Case is dismissed.
Allie Russell. Allie Russell.
State of Ohio versus Carolyn Slack, case number CRB 2573.
Your Honor, there is a co-defendant on this. What's his name? I'm sorry. Paul Mann. He is Mr. Tyler Smith's case.
We need Tyler Smith in the courtroom.
State of Ohio versus Paul Mann, case number CRB 2574.
And Paul Mann.
Mr. Mann was out of the lobby.
Paul Mann, come into court.
These are cross filings of domestic violence, Your Honor. The state proposed to me earlier a 90-day continuance with dismissal with no further problems. Ms. Slack is agreeable to that. I don't know if Mr. Mann is agreeable to that.
I believe that's agreeable to Mr.
The only issue that remains, we have mutual protective orders in this case. Ms. Slack's belongings remain at Mr. Mann's home. And on her way to court this morning, she passed the home and saw that her belongings appeared to have been thrown out onto the lawn. If that's the case, we would ask that they be gathered up off the lawn and that we can make some kind of arrangements for her to pick those up.
Just in the trouble. I didn't bother,
Okay, and I'm not gonna argue, we just make sure she can get her clothes.
Yeah, to get it closed.
And they have to be folded and.
I'll back it up for you.
Okay, all right. As a practical matter, I don't know what the easiest way to do, is there a porch or something you could go and pick them up from? Is there a time you can be not around so she can go pick her stuff up and you guys don't encounter one another?
Yeah,
Well, what would that time be?
around 10 o'clock in the morning,
Which day?
probably Tuesday.
Can you do that Tuesday, go at 10 o'clock, get your stuff, and
Yes, sir.
he'll be gone, you can get your stuff and
Yes, sir.
just,
I got
okay.
that.
Then I think that should take care of that issue, we just need to find a date to come back.
What's the state's position on cost?
We would want at least one court cost paid.
Miss Slack is homeless at the moment. She is undergoing cancer treatment. She has she's on Social Security disability, very limited income. So I don't really know that she has the ability to pay costs.
Okay, I'll suspend, and I know he's living in a camper, so I'm going to suspend costs on both cases, as long as there's no further problems.
Yes, sir.
And we'll come back in approximately 90 days,
So that looks like
May the 16th.
May 16th is fine, Your Honor.
That's a good day, Mr. Smith.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, May 16th, cases will be dismissed and without cost if there's no further problems.
Write that down. 10 o'clock. Thank you. Yeah, have a look.
Yeah, I got the more cases, just put it on.
10 o'clock.
Here's another. You get it at the time.
That was yours.
State of Ohio versus Ashley N. Scales,
Thank you, Judge.
case number CRB 24768.
Your Honor, I can't tell if that's Ms. Scales on the video monitor. There's a picture with a name real small, I can't read it. But Ms. Scales, this matter was a 90-day continuance. Ms. Scales had indicated that she was going to be moving to Oklahoma. She has provided me with a photo of her new Oklahoma driver's license, which I showed to Mr. Heald. That satisfied him that she had gone to Oklahoma. So I believe the state's intention is just to dismiss at this time.
It says Jamie Peterman on the...
That's probably not her then. I just wasn't sure if she came onto the...
Is the state still willing to dismiss it despite the fact that she's not here? Or appearing by teleconference?
Yes, I'm just reading my notes here. Well, we had talked about completing a 90-day continuance, but I did get verification that she had moved, and we have no indication of further problems, so we're okay to go ahead and dismiss today.
Okay, case will be dismissed.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're ready to go to Orange County Jail.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Carter, Lawrence County Jail, case number TRD 24139A and B, and Jonathan Johnson is on deck.
Sir, are you Joseph Carter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's alleged that on January 21st of 2024, so this is over a year ago, when this past January, it was a year ago January, at 12:21 p.m. in Fayette Township, you were driving a vehicle without a driver's license. That's an unclassified misdemeanor, maximum penalty, 500 hours community service, $1,000 fine. It's also alleged that you ran a red light at a traffic signal. That is a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. You might ask, well, how am I in jail on two charges that are not jailable? Because it's alleged that you failed to appear for your arraignment back on January 23rd of 24, and a habeas was issued to the State Highway Patrol because you failed to appear. So, do you understand the charges against you, Mr. Carter?
Yes, Your Honor. I do like to apologize for missing my previous court date.
Okay. How do you plead to these two charges of driving without a license and running a red light?
Sir, I'm sorry, the beginning of it, I didn't hear because of the volume. What is the penalty for them, if you don't mind?
On the driving without a license, the maximum is 500 hours of community service and a $1,000 fine. There's no jail time. You can't receive jail on it.
Okay. So would that mean that I would be able to get out of jail today?
Probably if you plead guilty, because then I can't sentence you to jail. Now, if you plead not guilty, I'll have to set up for a trial. Since you didn't appear, I'm probably going to make you post a bond since you didn't appear before.
Okay, then I'll plead guilty, Your Honor.
And you understand entering a guilty plea means you're admitting the charges are true.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and this looks like there was a crash here. I've got a crash report in the file, and I'm going to read from that, and then if you want to make a statement, you can. Let me see what the crash report says.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Very short report. Ran a red light and hit another vehicle. Not have a driver's license. And looking at the crash report, it looks like it was pretty minor damage. It says both vehicles were driven off the roadway prior to my arrival. There was no roadway evidence, and I am showing that you did have proof of insurance at the time this happened. So,
Yes, the insurance took care of her vehicle and mine as well.
okay. Do you have an explanation for not coming to court when you were ordered to previously?
Yes, Your Honor, I thought that I paid the court, and apparently I mixed up the court date, the court with another one, because since I've been sitting here, I've been trying to figure out how I missed the court date, because I'm usually really good at keeping them. I think I went to the wrong court, to be honest with you. And when I sit there and didn't hear my name, I just thought I was wrong, I assumed.
Okay.
But I do apologize to the court.
When did you get, how long you been sitting in jail on this now?
Since Wednesday.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty steep price to pay for not coming to court on a non-jailable case. Do you agree?
Yes, Your Honor.
It's not a great place to be, jail.
Oh, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do on the no operator's license, I'm going to give you a $200 fine, so that's about twice as much as it would have been if you would have come to court when you were supposed to over a year ago. I'm going to order you to pay the court costs.
Okay.
$200 fine, court costs.
So may I have a little bit of time to pay that?
Yes, sir. I'm going to set a review hearing for you for August 4th of 2025. And you live in Ashland still, or where do you live?
Yes, sir, I live in Ashland.
Okay. So this is going to be your only notice, and I know you weren't here, you didn't hear me say this before, but you can check on your case by going to the court's website. Lawrence County Municipal Court, there's a website. You put your name in, and it's going to show you when you have to come back to court. So if you forget, you got to do that, because if you don't pay this off and you blow it off and don't show up, guess what happens? You get a bench warrant issue for not showing up, so you can go back to jail. I don't want you to go to jail. I want people to do what they're ordered to do, but when they don't, the only thing I can do is put them in jail.
Yes, I just when I was sitting there, I was like, if I would have known about it, I could have called and tried to, get to, instead of coming to jail, but I found out the hard way.
Yeah, I'm looking at your ticket, and it has the date. It says, to defendant, summons. You are summoned in order to appear on January 23rd, 2024 at 1600 hours in the Lawrence County Municipal Court at 10916 County Road 1, Chesapeake, Ohio. So there's not a lot of excuse if you went to the wrong court, because everybody, I'm sure you look like a guy that's got a smartphone. You can put that address in there and it'll give you directions and take you right to the court.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm still not sure why I missed it, to be honest with you, but thank you.
All right, so on the red light charge, I'll impose a $50 fine. And same review hearing date, August 4th. So take care of it before August 4th. That gives you a long time. If you don't take care of it and you don't come to court for your review hearing, you get a warrant for not showing up.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you're going to get out of jail today, but it's not going to go away. You got to take care of this or you'll have further problems down the road. Just be a little bit nervous about getting it taken care of. Just don't say, well, they forgot about it. Nothing's going to happen.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll take care of it.
Okay, you got any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jonathan Johnson, case number CRB 78. Michael Roberts is on deck.
Sir, are you Jonathan Johnson?
No, sir.
Okay, and you are Jonathan Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, I'm Judge Capper at the court in Chesapeake, the Lawrence County Municipal Court. So you are, by virtue of the teleconference, you're appearing in court today on a monitor, and what we're doing here is all being recorded. What you say, your image, all of it's being recorded. So I'm going to explain your rights to you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you choose to make statements, what you say is on the record. It can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail and to make the state prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
So the charge that the state's filed a domestic violence charge against you. And that charge alleges that on February the 13th, so that's yesterday, in Rome Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Jennifer Short, and that Jennifer is either a member of your family or she lives in your household. So that's what makes it domestic violence. Maximum penalty for this is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. That doesn't mean that's what you have to get, but that's the most you can get. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
And you understand the rights I explained to you?
Yes, sir.
Any questions before you enter a plea?
No, sir.
What plea do you wish to enter?
Yes, no contest.
Well, let me explain. No contest means you're not admitting that you're guilty, but you're not denying you're guilty, and you're saying to the court, if you, judge, thinks the evidence the state says it has is enough to convict me, I agree to be found guilty without a trial and a lawyer. So usually, here's the only difference. A no contest plea is not an admission of guilt. It can't be used against you. Like if she sues you or somebody else sues you over this, they can't come into court and say, in that civil case, he admitted he's guilty because you entered a no contest plea. So most times in criminal cases, it really doesn't matter unless you're going to get sued civilly. That's the only time it really matters. So do you want to enter a no contest plea? You understand that it usually leads to a guilty finding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the state for a statement of explanation as to why these charges were filed. If I think that's enough under the law to convict you, then I can find you guilty without you having a trial or a lawyer. Do we have a state doing this?
Is this Mr. Johnson?
It is, Jonathan Johnson.
All right, so this is the narrative statement of Corporal Orsbon of the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office. February 13th at 1 a.m. I was dispatched to 2567 County Road 66 for a male causing problems with firefighters as they tried to put out a house fire. Upon arriving, Corporal Hutchinson from Athalia was there. Patrolman Hutchinson stated he talked to the male and female and had the male sitting outside due to it being a domestic. I went to the male, identified as Jonathan Virgil Johnson II. Jonathan stated that him and his live-in girlfriend got into an argument over vegetable soup, and they got in each other's faces. Jonathan stated that Jennifer Elaine Short told him to leave, so he did. Jonathan stated that he seen smoke, that he asked her what was going on and to get out, that his phone only has Wi-Fi and the message did not go out. I had Jonathan walk to my car and I cuffed him. I then explained that he was going to be detained until I figured out what happened. Jonathan had blood on his hands and knuckles. Jonathan stated that they have been drinking and smelled of smoke. I went into the house to talk to Jennifer Short. Jennifer stated that they was drinking a 15-pack of beer, making vegetable soup, and she got up to put peas in, and he became aggressive. He got in her face and poked her with his finger, hit her, and knocked her glasses off. Jennifer stated that she told Jonathan to leave. He went outside and began banging on the side of the trailer. A few minutes later, she got a text from Jonathan stating she needed to get out. There was smoke and then fire. Jennifer then stated she ran out with her 2 grandchildren and called 911. He did not see them until she got to the neighbor's house. Jennifer stated that she could see him by the building. I asked Jennifer what was in the building or what may have caused the fire. Jennifer stated that there was no electric and just a few things in the building, as her daughter just cleaned it out. Jennifer then stated that when he went outside, he was at the building. That is where her bedroom window is. Jennifer stated he then told her she better get out of there. There is smoke. She looked out and the building was on fire and it was getting close to the trailer. I had asked her to fill out a statement and went back to talk to Jonathan. I read Jonathan his rights and asked him if he knew what happened or started the fire. Jonathan stated that after they got into the fight, he went to the house on the hill above the trailer. Jonathan stated that that is when he texted her from his phone and texted her from his phone who she had in the house because someone had cleaned the 2 rooms in the downstairs part, but it did not go through. He then looked out of the window and seen smoke. He texted her again and told her to get out. He seen smoke and fire. I asked Jonathan where he seen the smoke and fire from. Jonathan stated that he seen the building smoking and then looked out the front door and seen a fire. Jonathan then stated he texted Jennifer again and told her to get out, that he had seen smoke and a fire in the building. Jonathan stated that he ran down, and as she ran out with the 2 grandkids, he stated at the trailer and tried to put it out. Jonathan stated that's when the fire department came and they stopped at the curve and he was screaming at them for help. I asked Jonathan what would cause it, and Jonathan stated he thinks someone is staying in there in the house and that maybe they set it because there was no electric and nothing in it to catch fire. I explained to Jonathan that I was placing him under arrest and would be going to the Lawrence County Jail for domestic and arson. Jonathan stated that he did not know why it was domestic because they're not married and they don't have kids together. I explained that they are in a sexual relationship and they live together. Jonathan stated that it was assault, not domestic. Upon arriving at the jail, I explained that I would collect his clothing and his phone for evidence. Pictures was taken of his hands and clothing along with phone was put into evidence.
Okay, well, based on that, I can't say whether he's guilty of domestic violence or not, because that's pretty unclear to me. So I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you, Mr. Johnson. Do you have any income? Do you have a job?
No, sir. I was actually hoping to be work some places a couple of weeks, but obviously
So right now you don't have any income?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to appoint Mr. Steyer. And do we have any indication whether she wants a protection order or not?
We were prepared, we have prepared a protection order, but we don't know from her yet, but we could call her.
Why don't we do that?
I'd ask to have this recalled.
Okay, we'll recall,
And what was his name again, Your Honor?
Jonathan Johnson.
All right, thank you. Actually, can I take the court's file? I'll
Yes.
call her to the jail.
You gonna call down?
Yeah, I'll call down and speak to
All
her.
right, Mr. Johnson, your attorney, Mr. Steyer's gonna call down and talk to you over the phone. And then we'll have you back and decide what we're gonna do on bond.
State of Ohio versus Michael Roberts at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 2552, and Gerald Ross is on deck.
Michael Roberts. Sir, you're Michael Roberts?
Yes.
Okay, this is actually set today for a preliminary hearing as Mr. Smith.
Yes, Judge. And I thought he was in treatment, but obviously not.
The order that pops up to me right when I open the file is defendant is hereby ordered to seek immediate evaluation for substance use disorder upon release from jail. But he looks like he's still in jail, so I don't know if there's a holder from somewhere else or what's going on.
I do not know, Judge.
It was a felony theft offense here with, maybe he just couldn't postpone. It was set at 1,500 cash through. Is it correct that Mr. Roberts, you couldn't postpone? Is that what happened?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I did know.
And where do you live, sir? Mr. Ono? Yes. Route 2, Box 74?
Yes.
Your Honor, Mr. Hill has made an offer on this case. If we could recall it, I'll call the jail, and I think we might be able to resolve it today. If I could, yes, please.
All right, your lawyer is going to call down and talk to you, sir, and then we'll have you back on teleconference after that happens. You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Gerald Ross, case number CRA 2566A and B, CRB 2567, and John Scarberry is on deck.
This is Mr. Morford's case. Gerald Ross, except for a preliminary hearing today.
Judge, if you recall, you gave the green light for him to go to treatment if Judge Ballard would agree. Judge Ballard was out of office last week.
So it hadn't happened yet?
It has not, and I believe that he's facing a motion to revoke probation for his ILC. So I don't foresee him going anywhere.
Is he with QRT at some point?
He is not. I was looking into getting him, and he's expressed interest in QRT, but I think I need to see what happens here and talk with Judge Ballard also.
Okay, so sounds like maybe he'll be seen by Judge Ballard on the 19th.
I think so, Judge, yes.
Come back here. So that's a busy day, but we can do it on the 21st.
21st.
All right, Mr. Ross.
Yes, sir.
You've got a holder from Judge Ballard, and he was out last week, so you didn't get to see him. We really can't proceed until he decides, and I was willing to let you go to treatment, but he's got a holder on you, so you're going to have to go and appear in front of him first, and then you'll come back before me, and that's going to be a week from today, February 21st.
Yes, sir.
So I've already gave him an OR bond, so Judge Ballard can do what he wants. If he wants to let him out, he can. If he wants to keep him in, he can. My holder's not going to stop him from doing anything. So if Judge Ballard lets you out, then you got to get, and I'm assuming he wouldn't let you out except to go to treatment. So they'll probably, you just make sure that your treatment provider knows you've got to be in court next Friday here in Chesapeake on these new charges.
Yes, sir.
Okay. February 21st, 10 o'clock is next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus John M. Scarberry, case number CRB 2580. And Laura Stevens is on deck.
Sir, are you John H. Scarberry?
I'm at, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Are you John Scarberry?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Scarberry, I'm Judge Capper. You should have received a copy of your charges. They were faxed down to the jail about an hour ago. The charge against you is domestic violence. Case number 2580. It alleges that on February the 12th, in Fayette Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Cassie Cheney, who's either a member of your household or a family member. Domestic violence carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state prove this charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes.
How do you want to plead to this domestic violence charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job?
No, sir.
You have no income?
Correct.
I'll appoint Mr. Stratton. He's in the courtroom and he heard your arraignment hearing. What's the state's position on bond and protection order?
So, Your Honor, I'm speaking with this young lady here, the alleged victim, Ms. Cheney, and I've asked her if she doesn't want a protection order, first of all, and she actually wrote us a letter. She doesn't want the charges pursued. But anytime something like this happens where it ends up in court because of an allegation of some sort of violence, we are concerned with it. And even though she wants us to dismiss the charges today, we're not willing to do that. However, we're okay with an OR bond today. We don't, and I also asked if there were any issues that might have, exacerbated the issue, such as anger issues or substance abuse or alcohol issues, and she assures me that that's not the case. So we would be okay with holding this case out and eventually dismissing it if there are no further problems and the court costs are paid.
Okay, Mr. Stratton, I'll let you speak with him.
Yes.
And let's recall it then to see if that's what you want to do. Your lawyer's going to call and talk to you, sir, and then we'll have you back on teleconference after that happens.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Laura Stevens at the Lawrence County Jail, case number TRC 11151, CRB 1166, CRD 10861, CRB 10369.
Good morning, ma'am. You're Laura Stevens.
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Capper, and the allegation against you is that you had failed to appear for a review hearing on these cases. One was endangering children, the other was an OBI, and there was also a drug abuse charge. It looks like he got dismissed, and a driving under suspension, which I think he actually completed it. So the only ones that are still pending are, and not totally finished, were the endangered children and OBI. And it looks like you had a review hearing on them April 24th of 2015 that you didn't appear for, and warrant's been outstanding since then. So it's been quite a while. Do you understand the allegation against you?
Yes, sir.
Do you admit or deny that you failed to appear for your review hearing?
I admit that I failed.
Do you have an explanation for not appearing?
I moved to South Carolina, but I moved back because I'm fleeing from a domestic violence.
Where are you living now?
I'm living at Branches.
A domestic violence shelter? Is that in Huntington?
Yes, sir.
How'd you get arrested on this?
I was with a friend.
Over here?
Over here, yes.
How long you been in jail?
Since Monday.
Okay. How long have you been at Branches?
For about 6 months.
Okay. What's your, do you know what the address there is?
No, because it's, no, yes, I do. It's 618 10th Street in Huntington.
Do you have a phone?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
It is 681 314 4340.
Okay. Well, you still have some fines and court costs and community service that you never did off your old case. I mean, what I would prefer to do, I could just change it all to jail time and keep you in jail, or you could tell me you're going to take care of it and give you some time to do that, and I'll set you another review hearing and let you out of jail today.
Okay, that sounds good.
That's the part, so you're going to tell me you're at least going to do it, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll send you to time served for not coming to your hearing before, for contempt for not coming to court when you were ordered to previously. I'm going to give you a new review hearing date. We'll make it a month out. Now, can you get to court in Chesapeake? You know where the court is in Chesapeake. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
So it's not that far from where you are.
No.
Can you get here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's make it exactly 1 month. So March the 14th is your next review hearing. 9 a.m. So you're going to get out of jail today, and then you got a month. You need to start working on it. Are you available to do community service? Can you get over here and do community service?
I'm going to do my best to.
Okay, do you have a job?
No.
Okay, so you can come to the court at 7:30 a.m. and do community service here any day but Sunday.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Okay, you'll get out today, just take care of this, and come back to court when you're ordered to, otherwise you get a warrant for not showing up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Jonathan Johnson at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 78, and John Scarberry is on deck.
Mr. Steyer's case, Jonathan Johnson.
Your Honor, I spoke to my client, well, he's not in the, well, I guess I can just, the state has indicated that they do wish to have a protective order. Spoken to my client, he can go, if he's given an OR bond, he can stay with his sister, who does live in Columbus. Let's wait till he gets back on the video, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the state wishes to have a protection order. We don't object to that. I'm going to seek an OR bond for Mr. Johnson. Now, he has indicated that he would need to go stay with his sister who lives in Columbus. So that's going to be an issue for, he's going to have to understand that if he does that, he's going to have to get himself back here for court appearances.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to let you out on a $1,000 signature bond. Order that you stay away from Jennifer Short. Don't go around her or contact her. Don't post anything about her. Come back to court. On a date we're going to set right now. Looking, 24th is still good. Let me check. It could be the 24th or after.
28th, if that still works.
Okay, February 28th. Mr. Johnson's your next hearing. That's the last day of February. 10 a.m. You gotta be here then for that next hearing, be a pretrial. Any questions, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you'll get out of jail today. Stay away from Jennifer.
Your Honor,
Yes.
and I know the court's already made the decision on the bond, but I would like to state the state's request for the record. This fire is troubling, and I don't know what role it plays in this whole thing, because there wasn't a whole lot of information about it, but we feel that that would necessitate a cash or surety bond.
Well, there's no charge filed on it. So,
I understand. I understand.
I'll reconsider that if there's another charge filed.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus John Scarborough on a recall to Orange County Jail, case number CRB 2580.
Your Honor, I spoke to Mr. Scarberry. I spoke to Mr. Scarberry, and he's in agreement with that.
So 90 days.
Yeah.
So that's going to put us at May the 16th. Does the state want cost paid?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he's agreeable with that?
Yeah, he'll agree to that.
Okay, Mr. Scarborough, there's no protection order. As long as there's no problems for 90 days and you pay the court costs, your case will be dismissed on May the 16th and you don't have to be here.
Okay.
As long as you pay the costs and nothing else happens. If
Yes, sir.
there's allegations of other problems or you haven't paid the court costs, you got to show up May the 16th at 10 o'clock a.m. You'll be out of jail today on a signature bond of $1,000. Any questions, sir?
No, sir, thank you.
You're welcome.
Finished at the jail.
Okay, that finishes up at the jail.
State of Ohio versus Kalina Stapleton, case number TRC 25245 A and B, set for arraignment.
And ma'am, is it Kalina F. Stapleton? Stapleton, it's alleged that February the 10th at 7 a.m., Erie Township, you were operating a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol or drugs or a combination of those things. And it's alleged this is your first time well, at least you've never been convicted. It's a first offense. On a first offense, the maximum is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, and a 3-year license suspension. That's the most that can happen if you're found guilty. There is a minimum, so the least you can receive if you're found guilty is 3 days in a treatment program, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. You understand that range of penalty? In the states alleging you submitted to a urine test, those are sent to a lab for testing, and it takes several weeks to get results. So I don't have any results today. You're also charged with driving left of center. That's a minor misdemeanor. The maximum penalty is $150 fine. So those are the 2 charges you're facing. Do you understand that? Were you here when I explained the defendant's rights?
Yes.
And any questions about that? Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you wish to plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes, please.
Do you have a job?
I do.
What do you do?
I do medical billing at Marshall.
Are you paid by the hour or are you paid?
I get paid by the hour, $18.50 an hour.
Okay. How many hours a week? 40?
Yeah.
I have to determine your gross annual income. So it's going to be about 35,000, I think. Let's see. 38,4. Do you have anybody that's dependent on you? You got kids?
I have 2 kids.
Okay, well, then you're eligible.
No, I'm sorry, can you give me that case number again?
Case number is 25-245. Mr. Morford, I'll appoint you. Ms. Stapleton sign an OR bond. That means you're guaranteeing your own appearance, $1,000 signature bond. And 8 or 9 weeks out,
You know,
it takes at least that long.
apparently it's gotten a little bit better. In fact, we were told on this one it would be a month. Now, I don't trust that necessarily, but I don't think it's going to be 3 months like it used to be.
Okay. How about around the first part of April then?
That sounds good.
It's hard to say.
Either April 4th or April 7th, Mr. Morford. The 4th is a Friday, the 7th is a Monday.
Judge, whichever is more convenient with the court.
And does it matter to you to your court?
Actually, could I do even the week before or the week after? It's my kid's spring break is the only reason I'm asking that.
Okay, when's that from when to when?
It's the first week of April.
Okay, well, the 7th is a Monday, so you got 1 through 5 the week before, and then the 7th.
Okay, I could do the 7th.
7th? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
April the 7th is a pretrial, and that'll be at 10 o'clock. Not guilty plea is entered.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Patricia White, case number CRB 24-630. Patricia White.
Okay, this was another case that's going to be dismissed if the costs were paid without an appearance required. The costs were paid, so they still willing to dismiss. Patricia White, 24-633, 632.
Yes, Your Honor, we can do that today.
Case is dismissed.
State of Ohio versus Robert Hatfield III, case number TRD 22-2423. Excuse me, TRD 12-2423. Mr. Steyer.
Mr. Steyer.
Your Honor, he was getting 12 hours of community service doing it. I have received it today.
Okay, so I made a note that his attendance wasn't required if he completed his community service.
Correct, Your Honor.
So his case is completed.
Thank you.
That's Robert Hatfield, 12-2423. 12-2423.
State of Ohio versus Kyle Badgett, case number CRB 24-492, A and B. Kyle Badgett.
This is Mr. Steyer's case. This was a 90 days with some work at Bethesda, what I had noted.
When I went to do the thing, she told me that she had thought I was going to do this. And when I met with here, she said she was supposed to get with her and tell her.
Okay, hang on just a second. Do you have the information?
I do not, I'm checking.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to, did you pay your full costs?
Kyle Badgett, B-A-D-G-E-T-T.
It should be about 100. No, you can't pay a little bit. You got to pay $100.
Okay, let's recall him.
Just hang a seat.
They're checking to see what they're.
Yeah, probably in here best.
State of Ohio versus Philip Kazad, case number CRA 2453 A and B, CRB 2554, CRB 24815.
Your Honor, Mr. Kazad is in custody of county custody. They transported him to Gallia County and didn't bring him to court today.
Because he's got felony charges now too. Did you see that?
Oh, I got a report.
I just figured.
Well, it's not only this grand jury.
Well,
Okay. Well, he is in custody.
So let's put him on the docket for Tuesday, the 18th, and if we can have him here.
Yeah, because he tried to cast money.
You're here already?
I'm here that day, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Kazad's, all his cases, do you need a case number?
No, I haven't. What's the date on it?
February 18th.
No, call back.
February 18th will be the next hearing for Mr. Kazad at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Michael Tilley Jr., case number CRB 24437.
Mr. Stratton's case, set for pre-trial.
We should have received a fax from Pat.
Well, I don't have anything, I don't know if there's anything over there.
Let's recall this one, Your Honor, and I will check
Case
the
will
facts.
be recalled later in the docket.
Recall them again? Yeah, just have a seat.
State of Ohio versus Curtis Mahan, case number CRB 24673.
Mr. Stratton's case, set for pre-trial.
And Your Honor, this is a cross-filing, there's also Clarence.
Clarence Mahan, his attorney is
I'm sorry, I got that, we're about to get.
His attorney,
I'm gonna keep you in mind.
Mr. Morford.
Mr. Morford is in the courtroom.
Jeez, I'm sorry to hear about that. Your Honor, I'm not sure what the state wants to do with these cases. There have been no other problems, so.
Clarence Mahan is 24675, Curtis Mahan is 24673.
He just needs to get his stuff.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Clarence Mahan, case number CRA 24674, CRB 24675, A and B. And there's an old case, TRD 21187.
I thought we had discussed that.
So the part of this that's the cross-filing is the domestic violence. But Clarence Mahan also has disrupting public services and also has a weapon while intoxicated. I believe they all stem from the same incident.
We just need to know how the state wants to proceed, Your Honor.
With respect to the domestic violence charges, I don't know whether they want the charges pursued or whether they're willing to both agree to dismiss those.
Dismissal on those, if the state's okay with that.
Now, with Clarence Mahan, we've also got the weapon while intoxicated and the disrupting public services. So we wouldn't be willing to dismiss those. But
we just have a domestic.
We'd be willing to amend the disrupting public services to an attempt, make it a, is that an F5 or is that an F4?
It's an F4.
I don't think I have that case number.
It's 24674.
74?
Yeah, it's a CRA case number.
If he were to plead to the weapons while intoxicated, we would recommend 30 days in jail suspended and forfeiture of the gun, and we would nolly the disrupting.
Is that something you'll do? No. They're operators, 30 days suspended, and they get together.
Okay. Your Honor, my client's case dismissed and is he free to go?
It's my understanding, the state on Curtis Mahan, because both parties don't want to prosecute each other, but he only has a domestic violence, so his case can be dismissed. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that's correct.
And Clarence Mahan agrees with the charge against Curtis being dismissed, right?
Yes.
It'll be dismissed.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
He's going to bail the state's offer, Your Honor. He's going to change his plea to guilty to the amended charge.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so the state will dismiss the felony if he pleads to having a weapon while intoxicated.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And the disrupting public services. You're dismissing that also?
Yes.
And the domestic violence, okay. So for Clarence Mahan, 24675A, which was a domestic violence charge, is dismissed, and that was at the request of the other party, who was Curtis. What was your all's relationship?
Brothers.
Right, okay. So that's dismissed, as was the charge against him. 675B is using a weapon while intoxicated. He's entering a guilty plea to that charge. Is that correct, Mr. Walker?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that correct, Mr. Mahan?
Yes.
I'll come back to you. CRA 24674 is disrupting public services. State's dismissing that. And let's see, is there a 675A, did I already address that?
Yes, that was the domestic violence.
Okay, so that's where we are then. So I'm going to do a sentencing on the having a weapon while intoxicated. And you have a right, Mr. Mahan, to make a statement before you want to, before I sentence you. Do you have anything you want to tell me before I sentence you, or Mr. Morford, anything you want to say?
No, Judge, I defer to my client if he has anything he wants to tell you. No.
Okay, and it's my understanding this was a shotgun that was involved?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have a description of it for the order? It was a 12-gauge shotgun?
Yes.
Yes, single shot, and then there are three letters, RAI.
Yes. RAI tradition.
Tradition, 12 gauge. And then I've got the, what I think is the serial number.
Oh, okay.
R095101.
Did you get that?
R095101.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to order it destroyed, forfeited and destroyed. Okay, I'll impose a $150 fine, order the court costs be paid, 30 days in jail, 30 days suspended, 2 years of level 5 probation. Now, he's got an old case that needs to be resolved too. Driving under suspension, case number 21187. He did his community service, but he never finished paying the fines. His last payment was made last summer, July of 24.
Mr. Estep was supposed to fax the community service in that I had done, and I don't know if he had done
Is that
that.
Mason Township?
Yes.
Okay, you were given credit for 3 days from Mason Township, and so you did get credit for that, but I'm still showing you still owe fines and court costs.
Yeah, I won't receive any money till after the first, start receiving my disability then.
Okay, so I'll put these both for reviews. Let's make it, April 7th on both cases is your first review hearing. A little less than 2 months.
That's it, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Need to speak with Mr. Cooper about your probation. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, see Mr. Cooper, then you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Chase E. Calvert, case number CRB 24705.
Mr. Stratton's case set for pretrial.
Hey, things going good?
Got a report from Lawrence County Recovery. It's a very good report. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah. How long do you think you'll be there?
They're trying to send me to independent living, so I don't know.
Is this a case the state would dismiss if he completes, or what's the state looking for, I guess, is what we need to find out at this point. He's been at this since November, I think.
Yeah.
This is one that we would be willing to dismiss after he's completed his treatment.
Okay. There's an incentive, so my suggestion would be go out 2 months and then rather than come back.
Yes, Your Honor.
April 18th, that's a Friday, mid-April.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, April 18th.
It'll be done that day.
Okay, you're doing good. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Get your case dismissed.
State of Ohio versus Austin Hawthorne, case number CRA 2057, CRB 20843, CRB 19393, CRC 191305, A and B. Austin Hawthorne.
Still County Center, hearing by teleconference.
You're welcome.
Got your driver's license. Good job. It's a good report. So, I'm encouraged.
He's doing really well, Your Honor.
Good job. I've been with you for a while through some of this, Austin, for several years. So I think the longer you're on the path of recovery, the better the odds are that you're going to stay there. So I want to see you be successful. So what I'd like to do, Mr. Walker, is keep monitoring.
Absolutely, Judge.
Okay. Let's make it a couple months. He's doing really well. April the 14th will be exactly 2 months. So we'll check in on you then. Hopefully we get the same report we got today, and you can do this. You've proven it. I just want to make sure you got solid ground that when you don't have to be afraid of me looking over your shoulder, you're going to keep doing the same stuff that you're doing now. Okay, we'll see you on April the 14th.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good job.
Keep it up, Austin.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Ford, case number CRA 21400.
Mr. Morford's case for pretrial.
How are you doing? Pretty good.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm good, how are you?
Best I can be.
This is an old case. He just came back in last month, so I set it for pretrial today.
Your Honor, we've made efforts to locate the alleged victim, and we haven't had any luck. We had a phone number that hasn't been successful reaching her. So probably the best thing to do would be to nolly this with the right to refile it if she comes forward.
Any objection to that, Mr. Moore?
Absolutely not.
Case is nollied, which means it's dismissed, but with the right to refile if she comes forward and says she had a good reason not to be reached. Very unlikely that will happen.
Yeah.
Case
So-
is dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
You guys have a good day.
Good.
State of Ohio versus Amanda Hicks, case number TRD 12-1804, CRD 12-456A&D, CRD 08-162.
She was
She was here
allowed
this
to
morning.
come in earlier.
Good screen. And the only thing we need to do is reschedule her for another date. So she's got a job in a doctor's office now. So I allowed her to come in super early this morning and get screened, and she got a good screen. So we just need to reschedule for another date. And we can go out into April, Mr. Morford.
Yes, Judge.
This has been on the pretrial for review, is what it's set for. So we'll set it about the first Friday in April, April 4th.
That's good.
Okay, and you'll notify Ms. Hicks?
Our office will notify her, yes, Judge.
Okay. Pretrial review, April 4th, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Ricky Sowards, case number CRA 2545, CRB 2544. Your Honor, he was picked up by Lincoln County.
Okay, Ricky Sowards was Tyler Smith's case. He had an extradition to Lincoln County. And he already got sentenced on the criminal damage in here.
Yes, I believe he had credit time served at that time.
So it's set for a review August 4th. The extradition matters is dismissed since he was picked up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Smith, case number CRA 2580.
Mr. Roger Smith's case set for preliminary hearing.
It is, Judge. He actually has been indicted. He's got an arraignment the 26th. There's also an extradition matter. He's not been able to get to Noble County, Indiana. I've been in touch with him. He's having an MRI this morning at King's Daughters. He couldn't reschedule it. I would ask we come back March 3rd, which is, he'll be arraigned on the 26th.
Mr. Hill.
And I'll
So
get
the only thing
proof of
left
the
here is the
MRI.
extradition.
Correct.
So we're okay with continuing that.
Okay. And he has been in contact.
It's Indiana, right?
Noble County, Indiana. I've been in contact by email with him, so they are aware of his situation. But he did get indicted, so the prelim is no longer needed here.
Okay, defendant's request case is continued to March 3rd.
Thank you, Judge.
10 o'clock.
Yes.
State of Ohio versus Bobby Joe Hoffman, case number CRA 24609. That's Mr. Morgan's case.
Mr. Morphy's case, preliminary hearing.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes. This is a felony possession charge. So it's not the greatest report I've seen. Minimal progress is what it says. So there's still a lot of stuff to work on. Yeah, I'm assuming, Ms. Hoffman, you want to keep, if I say, well, you're really, this isn't going to work out, it's going to go to the grand jury, get indicted, and go to the other court. You don't want that, do you?
No.
You can be sent to prison?
No. In all honesty, I'm also working on my peer support while I'm...
Okay. Well, you need to get good marks, good reports when you come back if you want to keep it here. You're telling me you do want to keep it here, so next time we come in, let's get a good report, good attitude. Okay? Can you do that?
Yes.
All right.
Every schedule, I don't know what day they schedule it.
March 3rd?
Good to hear, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
March 3rd will be the next one. You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Michael Roberts at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 2552.
This is Mr. Smith's case.
It is, Judge. There was an offer made to amend this to a misdemeanor. Bree had did a telephone assessment. He does not qualify for services, so I don't know where that leaves us. I know he's been in jail for 15 days. Walmart shoplifting. Oh, Michael Roberts.
It's a felony because of the amount.
The dollar, yes.
All right, so he doesn't qualify.
He
for
does not
service.
qualify. He's from, oh no, he's been in since the 31st.
31st.
Today's 15.
So if we could amend this to a misdemeanor, but we would require, our recommendation would be just a little bit more jail time. So he's done 15 days.
Yeah, you said through the weekend.
Let's make it a total of 20. There's no restitution. The goods were returned.
Did you hear that, Mr. Roberts?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it would be, we talked about perhaps 15, but it'd be 20. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, sir.
And enter a guilty plea to an amended charge of misdemeanor shoplifting?
Yes, sir.
And then the standard stay out of Walmart, I assume, would apply, and all the other
Right.
things the court normally does with shopliftings from Walmart.
All right, Mr. Roberts, so the state's amending this to misdemeanor theft, and you're changing your plea, according to your lawyer, to guilty to the misdemeanor. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You have a right to make a statement to the court before sentencing. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I'd like to apologize to the court.
And this would be, he's been in since the 1st?
Yes, 31st of January?
30th, okay,
Or
January.
30th, okay, so day
So
15.
15 days he's been in.
Yes.
State's recommendation on?
Our recommendation would be 60 days in jail with 40 suspended. So that would leave 20 that he would have to do. He's done 15, he would do 5 more days. We would take no position on the fine or if there's going to be community service.
Mr. Smith?
Judge, that's okay by me. I spoke with Mr. Roberts on the telephone, and we would leave to the court's discretion as to how to complete that sentence.
Okay, because of the amount, I'm going to impose a $250 fine, which is a little more than the usual misdemeanor theft. Order you to pay the court costs, 60 days in jail, 40 suspended, credit for 15 served, order to stay out of Walmarts, community service of 60 hours, which is more than it normally is, 2 years of level 4 probation, review hearing August 4th of 25. Any questions, Mr. Roberts?
No, sir. No, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. That's all.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus William R. Turner, case number CRB 24653. Your Honor, this is originally set for trial today. Smith informed me that something else might be happening.
Okay, William Turner. Case number is 24653.
Judge, we've negotiated and gone back and forth. It's my understanding that the state would recommend a 90-day jail sentence with 85 days suspended. He would like to report a week from today because I need to talk to Dakota. He has some medications he has to take and different things, so I need to figure out if that's administered or he gets his medicine while he's in jail. $150 fine. Probation and what level that is determined by the court, protection order against the 3 individuals, and he's got some health concerns, and so the state is not recommending community service. He's got metal rods in his back and other medical issues.
Okay, so first of all, is that, do you agree with what your attorneys represented to the court, Mr. Turner?
Yeah.
Okay, and is William Turner, William Turner is the defendant. Austin Rude here, Christopher Hatton.
There ain't nobody here.
They are not here, but we've been in contact with them.
Consulted.
Yes, since we weren't having the trial, they didn't.
And Dakota Chapman.
Yes, they've all been notified and understand our agreement that we're making.
Okay. Well, let's, Mr. Hill, do you have anything you want to say?
No, it's a very serious situation that happened, and I hope that maybe Mr. Turner's learned something about this. I understand that he felt that these young men were maybe raising some dust on his road or whatever, but his response to it was not acceptable.
Okay. Mr. Turner, you have a right to make a statement to the court if you wish to. You're not required to. Do you have anything you want to say before I finalize this?
Nope.
Okay. All right, I'll accept the recommendation. So on the A case, I'll impose a $150 fine on court costs, 90 days in jail, 85 suspended. He's reporting for the 5 days on the 21st at 11 a.m.
Yes, sir.
We'll come here to the court. Okay, pursuant to the recommendation, no community service. I'll set a review hearing for August the 4th of 25 at 9 a.m. Just put 0 hours. He is restrained from going, on the A case, that's Austin Rude. Okay, then the B case, no fine, no court costs, same jail running concurrently with a restraining order to stay away from Christopher Hatton, H-A-T-T-E-N. And same review hearing date. The C case, again, no fine or court costs on it, it's all on the A case. Same jail to run concurrently, and the restraining order is to stay away from Dakota, spelled D-A-C-O-D-A, Chapman.
D-A-C-O-T-A.
DA. D-A-C-O-D-A.
Is it dog?
Right. He is to meet with Mr. Cooper today about his probation and be back here on the 21st for the 5 days by 11 a.m. And then his review hearing is August 4th of this year for a review. If he's finished everything he's ordered to do, by then he doesn't have to appear.
Appreciate it, Judge, thank you.
See Mr. Cooper, give me free hand.
State of Ohio versus Andrew Curry, case number CRA 23464, LPNC, CRB 23463, CRB 23291, CRB 2361, CRB 22351.
All right, Andrew Curry.
Your Honor, I was contacted yesterday by someone who said that they were Quade Harris and that he and Mr. Curry were in Tennessee building a house and asked for continuance of 1 week. I asked, did Mr. Curry have a working phone? They said no. I was unable to get a hold of Mr. Curry to get this information from him, but I have no reason to think the person was lying to me. So I'm going to ask for a continuance. I know you said you're setting things after the 24th, so 24th, 28th, something like that, or if you want to make it next week, that's fine as well, if you're willing to even grant continuance.
What's the state's position?
Did he say when the house was going to be done?
He said it should be about 4 or 5 days, so ask for continuance of a week.
So we'd ask for a warrant to be issued in 7 days if he's not there.
Mr. Curry's not exactly got the best reputation in the court for truthfulness and honesty, so I'll give him 7 days to get here. Then more will issue he hasn't appeared within that time frame.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Adam C. Sloan, case number CRA 24800, A and B.
This is Mr. Steyer's case.
Progress report, from last week, last time I was here. There was nobody here for minute reads at
Right.
the time.
Do you have one updated for this week by any chance, or is it just last week's?
I have one, I don't have a print off. I have it in my email later.
Approach.
Yes.
Your Honor, Mr. Sloan was scheduled, I think, last week. By the time this case was called, the minute reads representative had left. And so we rescheduled it today to have to present the report that I've just brought forward, Your Honor.
So is he inpatient then?
He is in our outpatient services currently.
Okay. Okay, I don't. I guess he was screened on the 4th and 7th, it looks like.
To this day, Your Honor, he has been compliant with all programming, including urinalysis screenings. He has not tested positive for any illicit or illegal substances. I believe the only thing that has been a question was his therapist had mentioned something regarding him possibly needing to see a direct medical provider for his MAT goals. I'm not entirely sure exactly what that means. I'm pretty sure that he might have a better answer than I do for that.
I have no idea. I've had a medicine provider for the past 2 years that I've seen myself.
What medicine?
Is that what he's talking about?
For like your MAT, like
MAT is Suboxone.
Oh, yeah.
Warfarin or
Yeah, my Subutex that I take.
is through an agency other than Mended Roots.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that's probably what that comment means.
Yes, it would have to be, Your Honor. We do not provide that medication for MAT.
But you will work with him with
Absolutely, yes.
state's position?
We're satisfied so far that he's making progress. We just wanted to keep it up.
Thank you. I'm working hard.
Let's come back on approximately a month or a month, the 14th is.
I'm here on the 14th, Your Honor.
All right, March 14th will be the next hearing.
Like 9 or 10.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Mr. Steiner, I noticed that Ashley Scales
Oh, okay.
is up there now, and we nodded her case earlier.
Can you hear us? Ms. Scales?
Yes.
Okay, we already dismissed your case. I showed the paperwork to the prosecutor. He was satisfied with that. The case was called and dismissed, so you're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Edward Turner II,
right,
case
thank
number CRB
Thank you.
24587. Edward Turner II.
Mr. Steyer's case. And it's my understanding he has a case with Judge Ballard also.
Yes, he is currently at Star, completing that program as part of his, he's not sentenced, but part of what we did with him in Judge Ballard's court. He is still there, probably going to be there for another several weeks. We might kick this out about a month and he'll either be finished or maybe we'll find out, or closer to a date of finishing.
Is there an agreement on how this is going to?
I don't think we have anything really firmed up. I think this is a situation, it's a filing, the alleged victim is his brother, and my understanding is his brother was willing to give him a chance to do Star and see how he did, and maybe based on that might change his mind on what he wants to do on the case, but we didn't have anything firmly in place. He was doing Star anyway, so we've let this ride while we see how he does.
Okay, any projected idea about when he's going to?
I think in the next month or so is probably fair, so if we just were set this for the 14th of March, I think he'd either be out or I might get a better idea how far along he is. When he gets out, we'll end up back in front of Judge Ballard.
Okay, I'm going to put him on
Possibly.
March the 14th at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Mr. Steyer, are we ready to recall Kyle Badgett?
We are.
State of Ohio recalls Kyle Badgett, case number CRB 24492, A, B, and C.
Mr. Steyer's case set for pretrial.
Through a self-disclosed assessment, he renders no services.
Okay. What's the state's position on that?
Now, we were talking about anger.
Anger management.
Okay. Where is this?
So in other words, he's not admitting that he's got a problem and they couldn't treat him.
Or doesn't have one, is another possibility, Your Honor. I mean, I can't answer that question, but I do.
Then he's got a girlfriend that's lying. So she alleges he
Just don't say anything.
punched her in the face and had bruising around her eye and on her arm. So
He's willing to undertake anger management if the state still wants that done. We would need, how long would that take if he started up?
It's 12 weeks.
So we would need to go out another 2 months, that's 3 months, I guess.
The allegations are pretty serious, and understanding that the process of assessing is not an exact science, but we feel like that he needs to enter into that anyway and have the counselors do as good as they can with it.
Can we have a copy of the police report?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes, it's in the file. Well, I don't know if it is in the file or not. I know the affidavits.
The affidavits are there, I don't think the police report's in the file.
I'm sure the prosecutor has it.
We'll give you.
Thank you.
So we would need to go out again. I'm going to suggest we go about 14 weeks, which is about 3.5 months. So,
Well, I'd like to come back sooner just to make sure he's doing
no,
it.
that's fair.
Let's go 6. 28.
28th of March, I'm available.
Okay, next hearing at definitive request is March 28th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Michael L. Tilley Jr., case number CRB 24437.
Your Honor, you should have a path report there.
Yes, I do, and a screen, which is kind of acceptable.
I did not see that.
You want to see it?
That's, when you say kind of,
Well, I'm starting to change I went to a seminar when I was here the 31st of the judges, and we had a doctor speak to us, and he said this substance is affecting the same pathways as the other thing. So, especially for the percentage of people in the population who have a problem with addiction. It's not a good thing to have THC.
right.
I can't think some of it depends on levels too. You get a whole group of people who are using it and they have no motivation and all they do is lay around and play video games. Smoke weed.
And eat potato chips.
So, that's better than fentanyl, but I don't know if long range is it really a good thing, is it acceptable? I was kind of just winking at it, but I'm not sure it's, I know most of, well, a lot of the providers say that it's not acceptable to do that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
So, clean that part out.
I think this is the case, the root of it wasn't a substance use, was it? What was the...
It was an assault case, Your Honor. There's been...
Guess we'll keep working with it and then come back.
Yes.
Once the state's ready to resolve it, or... He got, his report from Pat says that he is there on a regular basis.
Okay. Well, we'd like to see further progress with Pat.
Okay. March 14th?
Yes.
March 14th is the next one.
March 14th.
All right, I appreciate it, sir. I'll work on the pot.
State of Ohio versus Michaela Wells, case number CRB 24657.
Mr. Smith's case, separate sentence, Kayla Wells.
March 14th.
She's at the desk.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Sunset and everything on it. As far as when. Okay.
Okay, that's impressive. You got voted in by your peers as the house leader.
Yeah,
Good job.
thank you.
MAT.
Her due date is within the next couple of weeks.
25th.
25th this month.
Okay. Well,
I believe she's still involved in her case plan with Children's Services too, and I believe that the next step is to find suitable housing, is that correct?
how's that coming? That plan?
There is some bumps in the road just because of their criminal record, but we're working diligently to try to do that for them.
Okay. So, come back to the end of March then?
That's fine.
Should be able to do that. 28th or 31st? 28th is a Friday, 31st is a Monday.
28th is fine, Your Honor.
28th, March 28th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Carrie Beth McCoy, case number CRB 24227.
Mr. Morford's case, set for pre-trial. Actually, probably should be on the sentencing document. She's at hometown, yes.
Yeah, you're showing the citizens.
Thank you. Got a job now, that's good.
Yeah, she's had several setbacks, but she is doing a lot better.
Good.
She's starting to move forward.
Wonderful. Anything you want to say, Ms. McCoy?
No, just trying hard, waiting to go home.
Okay. That's what it takes. And you just recently got this job, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the long-range plan here? Were you starting to think about that, or?
Yeah, I need to get housing, which I've been filing applications and stuff.
Okay.
The job, potentially going higher with it, shifting leaders and that type of stuff. I'm wanting to go back to school.
Okay. You got support here, or?
Yeah.
What's your family situation?
It's good. My grandma's in the courtroom right now.
Okay, so they're local, you got family that's
Yeah.
local. Okay, that's important. I would say about 6 weeks then to come back.
Please, Judge.
Well, your schedule probably changes week to week, or you know what your schedule's gonna be?
It would be a weekly change.
Okay, so if we
As
give
long
you a
as I
date
know in
enough
advance.
advance notice, you can tell them I gotta be off this.
Exactly.
So Monday or Friday, the 28th or 31st of March?
Judge, I'm at your convenience.
The 28th, then, March 28th. 10 o'clock. Okay, good job, good report. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Hannah C. Pruitt, case number TRD 241147.
Anna Pruitt. Okay, this is on the sentencing docket. She has a bond up. And I think you wanted some time to try to get your license reinstated. Is that
Yeah,
right?
so I was confused as to why it was still suspended because everything had been paid and whatnot, and I ended up calling the DMV, and the only reason it was because of the reinstatement fee. So that's been paid and whatnot, and everything is valid.
Okay. Well, let us check that, because we checked, I think the last time we were here, we checked.
Yeah, I was wondering why, so.
Okay, we'll have someone check that and recall it.
State of Ohio recalls William Earls, case number CRB 24788. Back in holding, Your Honor.
All right, William Earls, Mr. Morford's case. Probably need Mr. Cooper in the courtroom.
Judge, before he comes out, could we approach?
Yes. Yeah, the first time he called it, he was pretty reasonable, and then that last time, he went, and I don't think you want to hear it.
Yes, Your Honor.
No, we called him first. I don't think you were here. First time. Okay.
Initially, I was going to Judge Williams, the DVD of his encounter at night with the police officer. And I decided, no, I don't have grounds to do that. So it's one form. He did before he's like been back.
Well, have you talked to him since then?
No.
Okay, well, why don't we do that, let you talk to him and tell him. Let's hold him in the back, Mr. Morford's gonna come back and talk with him, and then we'll have him come back up after you talk with him. You need to file. All right, you can take, Mr. Morford needs to talk, we'll come back out.
Okay.
I'm coming right back up.
Okay. Come back. He's coming around and talk to you.
Okay, so, we've got those two Earls and what was the lady, we're checking her West Virginia license. That's all we got left. So we'll recall those and we'll take a recess now while that is checked. Come on. And we'll come back. Court's in recess.
Sue.